there friends, I hope you are all well. Welcome to my last video of 2025 and the last day of 2025. Before we get started, I do want to thank all of you for joining me on this journey this year of creating my projects and sharing them with you. And I am so thankful for each and every one of you. And I really hope that 2025 treated you kindly. And if not, I hope that you at least treated yourself kindly and have a lot of blessings to look forward to in 2026. So for today's project, I was inspired by a die that I saw recently with a crossover heart. And although I really did like that die, I asked myself if I would be using it enough to justify the expense of it. And I thought maybe I could create that effect without the die, and then I would have more room in my stash for other dies that I might get more use out of. So we're gonna create this today, and it's really actually a pretty simple method. And so it did have some hearts to die cut, but the rest is basic, simple project. And this is a little tie. We can open this up and this will cross over. I have a sweet sentiment here in the back on the base, and then all of my favorite finishing details. Also, I have an area where you can add your own personal sentiment to the inside. So if that sounds good to you, then stick around and we will make it together. I've got my standard card size here. It's 6.5 by 5. I do want to finish the inside before I start adding any of those bulky layers. And so I'm just choosing papers from my stash. I think this one was Martha Stewart and this one probably was Simple Stories. I didn't cut into any new papers for this project, so it is absolutely a scrap your stash project. And because I'm layering them, I can get the full amount of space covered that I need. And then while I was working through that stash, I did find a small little journaling card with coordinating colors, so I thought that would be perfect to add for a sentiment. Now, the front of the card is going to have that fun fold sort of shape, but I do want to have space for a sentiment to be added. So let's set this aside and work on the front portion. I'm going to continue to use beautiful pink cardstock that coordinates with those pattern papers, and I'll use those same patterns that I have for the inside. Everything will coordinate nicely, and I already know that they go together, so it makes sense to continue using them. And once again, I am going to piece these together so that I can cover the amount of space that I need. Now, when I was looking at the die, the original would cut this full background and then have the hearts as well, and also the score lines. And so you could just run it through and then it would fold over exactly where I wanted it. And I don't have that luxury, but I do have a nice set of nested heart dies. And so these are kind of a chunky heart, which is nice because I do want extra coverage for when they overlap. And they do also have kind of a stitch detail. So it's just a little bit of extra something to add to the front. So what I want to do is layer these again with that pretty pink cardstock and then my pattern paper. I want to kind of set these in place so that I can determine how far over I want them to go and at what angle, so that I can get the right amount of overlap that I want for this. And so I think what I want to do is place these just about here. And once I've determined where I would like them to land, I'm going to take my T-square ruler, and then I'm just going to make a mark at the top and the bottom of the pattern paper only. That's the one I'm going to cut right here, so I know where I want to make that cut line. I'll move this over and do the same for this side as well. This doesn't have to be perfect, for sure. Now I'll set my top layer aside and also the cardstock hearts. And I will bring my pattern hearts to my cutting board. And so I don't usually bring this one down too often, but I thought it would be easier to carry. And so what I want to do is just clip off that portion that I marked. And I'll do that for both. I'm just aligning that up with the cutting groove. I know that they will fall where I want them to and overlap enough. I'll take these hearts now and attach them to the center of my cardstock hearts. And I'll just do that with a combination of my double-sided tape and my 2 glue combo. So I have chosen to have the one that will be on the lower right to be the one that is folding over the top. And so I'll just go ahead and sort out this left one first. I put my 2 glue combo on there and I just want to get this centered. I do need to add that trim so that I can use it to be a closure. And so I'm just going to lay in a little bit of this beautiful but very narrow ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and this is going to be my tie closure. So let's put this on first with a little bit of hot glue just so that I can keep it in place. And then top it with my pattern paper heart, the same as we did for the other side. So I've brought down my scoreboard and I'm just going to line up the cut portion there along one side of the groove. And I did forget my score tool, but I think I can use my edge of my ruler. Perfect, that would be great. And then I can fold right on that score line. So this will be the edge of the card. And I will repeat that for this second heart as well. Might be easier to have it positioned this way because I am right-handed. Okay, so now I have these on the fold and I'm going to bring our base back in. And I know that I want this one to be on the left. So I'll just go ahead and add a little bit of my wet adhesive. This will mostly be captured between the base and the top layer. Be sure to press that down so you get a good contact. And then repeat that for the other side. Checking to make sure I have these overlapped just the way I wanted. And then press that in as well. So now what I want to do is add a layer of my adhesive foam tape so that I can get a little bit of dimension. So let's flip this over and add that now. Put this here and run it along the outside, and then additional strip for the an additional strip to support the inside. Now, before I attach this to my card base, I need to adhere another piece of this pink trim. So let's pull one side of this foam tape off. Grab a piece of that trim, and I want to position that so that these line up. So let's pull this all the way over and flip it around so that I can tack it onto the back. So now these will line up so I can tie them, and I can just go ahead and pull the rest of the backing off of this adhesive, and we'll add it to the card base. To get this centered, right in the middle. Keep most of that trim from sticking. Okay, so now we have that base on and we have our portions that will open outward. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of something to the inside. So I have cut a doily from white paper. You can get that centered there. And then also while I was going through those supplies, I found a sweet little bingo card that says I heart you, which will be the sentiment for the top. And then I did take a third die from that nested set of hearts and just cut out an additional smaller one with glitter cardstock. Putting this one on with hot glue. And then while I'm at it, I might as well add one here so that I can finish decorating the inside. Just set this in the bottom corner for a little extra detail. Okay, so now I know where these are going to overlap. I just might as well tie this up to help keep this more flat on the surface. I just want to tie a little bow here. I did probably pull off too much of this string, but it's easier to tie a bow and then cut the excess than predict how much you're going to need. So let's trim here. So now I want to decorate the front of the card. You know, I always like my favorite finishing details, and so I do have a flower arrangement. This one is created with flowers from Really Reasonable Ribbon, and then a little bit of die cut foliage there and some netting and loopy twine bows. And so the challenge is I do need to keep this within the confines of that heart because this whole piece has to go over and open up. So I do have just 2 flowers and then a couple of layers of trim. So let's get this added. It's cold down here in our basement, so the hot glue is not wanting to work too well. So let's get this set here. And then I did have a couple of heart charms. These are very tiny, very petite, and they have pink on the inside and enamel details, so I thought that would be perfect. I'll just put these in with string and a button, as I like to do, to cover up those cut strings. That is just about enough for this side. I found a couple of sticker sets in my stash that are from Simple Stories, and they have been there for a bit. There is some very cute little word sentiment strips, so I thought that would be perfect. I want to add a couple to the left-hand side, so I just want to pick a few that are very sweet and will fill the space the way I want. I'm going to pick 2 of these. I'll put one here that even and then follow it with a secondary sentiment here. Let's line it up on the left-hand side. And last but not least, let's drop a couple of sequins on this side as well, just to balance some of the other details on the right. Add those with my Tombow. That is going to be all for today. I sure do hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you have a wonderful 2026 in your future If you enjoyed this project, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and check in the description for links. As always, I'm wishing you a happy and productive day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.